Greetings, fellow stateless. Radamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, episode 54, Antagonizing Tri-Tachyon Corporation. Come on, Administrator. Where are you? Alright, so Derek got the Patrol HQ, which is going to put up, like, micro fleets. It's really going to be pretty pointless, I think. I could get ground defenses, although it's not going to do it. No one's going to invade. That's about it. There's really nothing else to add. No. It's too bad it just doesn't say Paradise World. It still says Terran. Not a Terran world, Mom. It's a paradise. Until I bulldoze it and put up a parking lot. There was a bounty for a Tri-Tech bounty up, so I'll take a look at that in a second. And now, extended shields is not a problem that this conquest will have. It has a shield arc of 210, which is pretty strong. We do have 2 ships that are finished. So I'll cycle them out for now. And... Given the amount of time I have left before the full-scale attack, there might not be time to really work on any others. I can, I'll bring out the other 2 Dominators. Because the other 2 Dominators are, don't have demods. And instead, just need experience for S-mods. I think that's reasonable. They're not really built the same because I'm out of hypervelocity drivers, but like, whatever. Alright, and there's no experience in reserves. Oh no, you're done. So I'm going to put armored weapon mounts. So Quack is finished entirely. So I'll put him away. And yeah, there's a needler there instead of a hypervelocity driver, but like, not a big deal. Alright, is there anything else to take then? I don't care for champions personally. It's a personal thing. I guess I'll take the Jonah. Do you have enough experience to get another S-mod? You do. Put the magazines in for your auto pulse laser. Give him more capacitors and you're done too. Alright. Ashura, what about you? You have enough to S-mod that ballistic? Yes, you do. Okay. You're totally done as well. Just revisiting the other ships. Yeah, I don't know if there's really much I need to do. I have enough ships to be able to field, like, quite the S-modded death fleet now. In a deep enough roster that I don't think the mercenaries are going to be much of a threat. Time will tell. You know, I'm not going to give in to hubris. There is... I might get squished. Who knows? Alright. We have... do we have enough experience? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay. You have an experience for... So maybe missile racks? Okay, you're done. And You really want ECCM? Oh, you know what? You're full of missiles, so that actually makes sense. So let's mod the ECCM too. And then what? Let's give you Ox thrusters. So those ships are finished as well. I need a ship. What about the Pegasi? I've been waiting to do this because I didn't want to have to like spend the time to figure out how I want to build these. But probably put Ox thrusters in so that they're mobile. And then with the remaining points, put in like a flux distribution. And I'll call these the elite, the elite Pegasus. Huge difference. One letter change. Light or elite. And one of them doesn't have enough experience. This one here. To test mod that last piece. So 2 of them are done. 1 needs to be taken out for a spin. So, yet another turtle. Alright, that's good. This is my fleet for now until we get it all further fixed up. Okay, there was a faction bounty for Tri-Tach. It's 2 Paragons. Barren World in the Her system. Giant primary star. That doesn't narrow it down, like, at all. So, might be a little searching. But that's fine. Oh, I didn't check admins. One moment. Because, yeah, that's going to be a real problem if I don't have an admin when the new planet, or the new orbital station gets built. No admin there. Oh, yeah! Finally! I don't care what you could do, you're hired. So, Inc., you are going to be administered by... Honestly... my homeworld's going to be admin by the new one, too. Because she's better than me. Because she has industrial planning. So, your name is now something, something, something. Raffle timer's up for the new admin. Can I... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Does the admin... Ah, she does. So the admin also has her own set of bionics. So what I can consider is I'm going to head over to the academy. And I'm going to expand her bionics capacity and then hook her up with a bunch of like admin bionics. Because she's a dedicated admin now. So yeah, let's change it. Build up the fleet and prep for the Merc raid. Sweet. And she'll be the admin for Darren. But she's gonna be better at that than me. Yep, gonna get a Cyberman. So we're headed to the Galatia to spend some money making her a bit of a cyborg. Because why not? All right. I went through that really quickly, but my BRM is 36, level 15. She's higher level than me. Ooh! 42. All right, Borg lady, get ready. So what we're looking for is, can I filter? Because I don't know if there's a filter. I don't care about anything but, it's too bad you only have one heart. Admin. So captain, 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 and admin. So what does this do? For admin, increase market stability by 1. I don't care. Captain, admin. So for admin, increase market defend by 10%. Don't care. Captain, 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 captain. Oh my god. Captain admin. For admin, increase market income by 10%. Sounds good. Install. It also increases upkeep cost by 50%. I think that's going to be a net positive. Okay, Captain Admin. So for admin, increase market accessibility by 20%. I don't think I need more market accessibility, so no. For admin, increase market defense. No. For markets, fleet size 10%, increase defend by 5%. That works. I guess, here we go. Accessibility and upkeep. I guess we added a bit too much BRM max to her that we didn't need, because there's not a lot of admin mods that we had available. But now she's been modified to, let's review. Market fleet size 10%, defend 5%, accessibility 5%, decrease upkeep 10%, and then increase market income 10%, upkeep 15%. Pretty good. And you can see the modifiers up there. So, yeah, okay. Huge difference here. From me, making 632, to her, making 764. She's a little bit better at it than me. And also, like, the fleet sizes are better and everything. Okay, perfect. I'm so glad that we finally found an admin. Okay, I can't afford anymore because that's as high as we can go for myself. Some cannot be uninstalled after installing, like this one, so I don't want that. Decrease pilot ship's armor damage taken, but fleet capacity, no. No. There's not a lot of other mods that I want. Shield efficiency 10%, hull 10%, max speed, ugh, gross. I don't want to be a snail. And the new admin's name is Rogie Dog. I'm gonna hold off on modifying myself any further. I guess we know our main exports are pierogies now. It's been confirmed. We got them Polish food in mass. That's what we're farming. You know, you're wondering how we use our bountiful farmlands? Pierogies. Our light industry? Baked pierogies. Fried pierogies. Deep fried pierogies. Pierogies a la carte. Where am I going? I got distracted. Bounties. Tri-Tach. Going to Nyx. Well, I'm glad we could finally get an admin, because I really didn't have a lot of time left. There was 75 days for us to find one, and I've probably spent the last year searching. So, yeah. Could not have come any sooner. So I'm just trying to remove, what I would really like to do, like, lofty goal here, given the time we have, actually I have a lot of time, because we're not increasing all that high, is to try to get the Paragons up in, like, peak performance. Alright, before the raid. So this bounty is Barren World, Giant Primary Star. Got it? Well, if it's not at Ranyox or whatever this was called, it's at some other system. They're not here. No, I don't want to survey the thing. Transverse, jump me out. Unfortunately, these are all giant primary stars. There's no, it's probably a Beta Her. I've never been to Beta Her, so I bet there's barren worlds here. There is 3. Well, not this one. I like how there's a barren world called both. I know it has question marks because I haven't actually surveyed it, but I find it funny that it's like both question mark? Oh, maybe the bounty's at both. Nope, bounty's here. So you got a Doom, 2 Paragons, bunch of Auroras, Furies, Medusas, and then some phase ships and strikes. Got it. This will be probably a gnarly fight, but maybe not actually too hard. It really depends on like how potatoey our ships are. Because like that's the real threat. If our ships want to go full potato, like we're gonna get hurt bad. And sometimes they just want to. Because the issue is, my Paragon's really set up to destroy low-tech ships with all of its high-intensity lasers. The high-intensity lasers are anti-armor lasers, but the Paragons are obviously shield ships. So my Paragon is not set up to destroy other Paragons. It's to set up to destroy, like, midline and low-tech ships. You know, ships that rely on armor. So, it is a definite mismatch. And I could have changed it, you know, obviously. I could have changed the build prior, but I didn't. So we'll see how it works. So this time, I'm going to set everyone to my defense wing, so no one goes off and, like, gets themselves destroyed. But given how expensive it is to deploy Paragons, they probably, yeah, they don't have 2 in the field at once. That's good. Alright, let's neutralize the Doom as soon as we can. Because the unneutralized Doom is a real threat. Yo, Conquest, watch it. That's an interesting build. One that I could definitely consider replicating, which is the Autopulse Laser Paragon. Where, like, you drop your Fortress Shields and then use your Autopulse batteries, dumping as much high-paced DPS into your enemies as possible, and then putting your Fortress Shields back on. It's kind of like a turtle peekaboo approach. Although it does have 2 tack lances. So it's not really... I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm gonna have the Pegasus focus on the Paragon. Because it's like... Fortress Peekaboo is so annoying. I'm just gonna keep firing. I don't even care. Screw my flux. Let's just brute force this thing dead. I like how the Pegasus is like, I'm just gonna keep launching torpedoes. You're gonna have to drop your shield at some point. There goes one of two. And yeah, it was nice to have the Pegasus helping me out with that, because I needed a little bit more pressure that this, like, disco ball couldn't exert. The Paragons, at least the way I've designed this one, doesn't have good burst fire. Burst fire would be auto pulse or attack lance, whereas these high intensity lasers just sustained damage. And the reason it works on the Executor's special ability is high focused intensity, which boosts laser damage, making the anti-armor lasers dangerous. That same design ethos doesn't really work all that well for the Paragon, other than it's just sustained high pressure flux that, like, a lot of smaller ships won't be able to contend with. They'll just overheat and die. Because the moment they overheat, the moment that flux hits 100%, and their shields drop, it just burns through their hull near instantly. Which is what makes it effective. But yeah, I could probably design a better Paragon, to be fair. Like an auto pulse or attack lance Paragon. I probably should. I'd imagine the AI does not control an anti-armor Paragon all that effectively. So designing this to be either attack lance or auto pulse would probably be better. I'm gonna guess auto pulse is probably the most effective that the AI uses. So maybe what I'll do is I'll design the Paragons to be auto pulse, and then I'll capital ship like an Executor. You should come back to us. And then Dominator, you have anti-shields. You plug away at this Paragon. So they keep fortressing up, and it's really boring to fire at like a wall. Oh, the Aurora did not survive. The one that, like... And here's the thing. I told that Aurora to be my escort for the entire duration of the fight, and it flew all the way down here. It just, like, honestly didn't follow orders and got itself destroyed. So you can't really say that you're a wing for a capital ship when you're like 5,000 distance or 10,000 distance away. You're just doing your own thing at that point. Yeah, this weapon setup is surprisingly ineffective against something as wimpy as like a Fury. Certainly the Fury can't hurt me. But the inverse is somewhat true too, at least for speed. The Aurora was some distance away from me, and it was very far away from me. Yeah, it happens. Having one ship go down is, like, not a huge detriment to the whole trying to remove D-mods, though. On average, we don't pick up too many D-mods, and we obviously gained a lot of experience here, so it's probably a net bonus. Yeah, it didn't pick up any negatives. And got one removed. So Keith, Dennis Keith, and Maxu. Keith is me. Dennis Keith is the Eradicator finally lost one, and then Maxu lost one. Alright. So Maxu, despite getting destroyed, actually came out better. Better for wear, not worse for wear. Do I want a Doom? Sure, I'll take a Doom. Even though it's a 3. 3 broken. Could be fun. Alright, I think, as I was mentioning, I should probably redesign these Paragons, because they're just not effective. I'm going to have you guys decide what weapon for Paragon. Autopulse or Tack Lance. So Autopulse is like a magazine weapon. Tack Lance is like high-powered burst damage, high flux, you know, whatever. And I don't, either way, I just don't care. All I know is the high-intensity lasers just aren't working, so we'll switch it up. If we want to keep the disco ball, Tack Lances is more disco ball-like. But if we want to be like a pew-pew gun, Autopulse would be the way to go, and I'll commit to it either way. So even if I have to remove the, like, point defense S-mod, like, that's fine. Not a big deal. I'd rather have effective ships than like, meme ships. I don't, however, feel the need to go meta. How long has it been since I checked captain levels? It's been a minute. I probably have some leveled up captains. Nope. You really haven't leveled up, Dastardly Dave. Like, it's because you're sitting in a salvage rig, so it's my fault. But, yeah. They're, assistant to the secretary. They've been on gopher duty, on coffee duty. It's my bad. Maybe I'll make an effort to change that. Oh, here's a Tri-Tech corporate trader. Unfortunately, I do have my transponder on, but like this would be exactly the type of fleet to mess up. It's funny that they're trading with me and they're trying to like embargo me. It's like, which is it? You can't be both. I mean, I guess you can. It just doesn't feel right. It's just weird. It's like, we want to shut you down by trading with you ourselves. Okay. I guess. Talk dirty to me, then. Autopulse wins by a vote. So let's do it. Strip, 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 strip. I do have 21 Autopulse lasers, so that works. So if we're going Autopulse, I'm going to want to make some significant changes. So the integrated point defense AI is going to get refunded. And then in its... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. In its place, I'll probably put magazines. Extended magazines instead. For the Autopulse lasers. And then I'll probably want to S-mod that as well. I'm also going to get rid of advanced optics. Because I'm not going to be... In fact, I'm going to strip everything. So with the Autopulse lasers, let's go ahead with something else that uses magazines. If I have enough... Uh-oh. I might not have enough. Because, trying to think what I want to do with this. I might need to strip... Burst BDs do have magazines, yeah. Well, I was thinking, my Auroras that I have built, rocking the not the Auroras, the What ship was it? Now I'm blanking. Alright, well, we'll just think about this. So autopulse lasers have a range of 700, which means I'm going to have to get closer. And if I want a bunch of weapons that have roughly 700 range, thinking of what is medium-sized energy, we got pulse lasers, heavy blasters, grav beams, ion pulsers. Ion pulsers actually might be a good one to go with at 500 range, because that's gonna, like, if they do get that close, it's going to suppress the hell out of anything that gets within that range. Now, one thing we might want to consider for these universal slots, which is a little weird, is possibly like heavy burst lasers for point defense. That's not that weird. I mean, it's still energy. Just so that we have better PDs and put them in the back as well. So here we go. We have like a super magazine weapon now. For the small slots, I'm not really sure I want to continue the whole burst PD route. The other reason is antimatter blasters are fun and all, but like because they're limited charge and the Paragon is not the type of ship to be able to retreat mid-combat because it's so damn slow, antimatter blasters is probably a bad call. For small slot, maybe IR pulse. No, I mean even burst PD might be, I don't know. Because the other thing we could do is just general lasers. Just a bunch of tack lasers. And then I might want to actually use my small slot this time. I just am not sure what to put in. Small missiles. So the issue I have with small missiles, I'm not going to do missile slots. So here's the build so far. We've got, let's get rid of flux coil. So aux thrusters, extended magazines, and one more S mod. Maybe stabilized shields? One of the things I should consider is maybe even doing unstable injector. Because one of the issues this will have is because it has a lower range weapon, I'll need to get closer. So S-modding on a stable injector, my range decreases, but I'll be able to close the distance a lot faster, which actually I think might be in my benefit. It will require some test runs, but we'll see. Armored weapon mounts would be good. And then advanced turret gyros would be good. Accelerated shields. Wow, I have so many points. Oh my god. I can put whatever the hell I want in here. It's just like a little crazy how many I have. Okay, I'll just keep shoving stuff in here. Stabilized shields. There we go. Well, it's just, my hull mods are just like insane. But there we go. And I have a bunch of empty slots here, so I'm going to get rid of a little capacity just to put in some tack lasers. Just a few. I just don't. The reason why I didn't have a lot of tack lasers is I just don't think a whole bunch more tack lasers is going to make this all that more effective. So this is going to be the mag battleship for Paragons. And we'll see how it, I'll run a little test run for it. So all the auto pulse lasers are going to be on 1, Or sorry, the the auto pulse lasers on 1, heavy burst, ion on 2, heavy burst on 3, and tack lasers on 4. So it's a very simple ship. Running a simulation against another Paragon. Oh man, the gyros are really nice. So the thing is, for me to be all that effective, I have to get pretty close. Freaking peekaboo. I really don't like fighting other Paragons because the peekaboo crap is awful. But obviously, like... Here, I'll just vent in its face. I don't care. Obviously, I won this one. This is mine to lose, even if it is torpedoing me. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, let's try one more simulated target that isn't a Paragon, because Paragons are, as I said, obnoxious. So let's do against a 14th Onslaught. Goodness. Magazine's too deep, dude. I onslaughted an onslaught as a Paragon. That's just funny to me. I like that a lot. I was not expecting that, just to be able to, like, muscle through. But it worked. I don't think it's great. It's good, though. Alright, there's a few other things I wanted to do. Check if any other ships got enough XP to actually do more of its designs. It seems to be a resounding no. Oh, here we go. Here's one. What was my Aurora's reslots? The Auroras we were running have S-modded, ITU, mag, and injector. Okay. I've used the Conquest enough. I'll wait. I probably want a flux distributor on it. Okay. So that's all the changes I can make right now. It's an air fryer and overdrive. Yeah, it's... How fast was I moving? I actually forget. I'm going to do one more simulation just to figure out its speed. Moves at 164? Oh, that's pretty good. I'm a little worried that the AI is going to use that inappropriately. But, like, I guess time will tell. I know I'm beating a dead horse. But yeah, I have all but my tack lasers as magazined. I'm almost tempted to just, like, take the tack lasers out and just be, like, a full mag. But I think just a few tack lasers to, like, deal with the occasional fighter is, like, not terrible. But I would say the Nennis Keith is now, or the Keith, rather, is finished. So, let's put it away and take the other one out. Where is it? I went right over it, didn't I? Okay, take the other one out. And this is what we'll have to fix up. And this thing is pretty messed up. It's all sorts of broken. So it's gonna take a lot of love to get it up to snuff. And I have no shared XP, so we're gonna start from 0. So Rex, name me, is gonna be the name of the ship. And I think this is, well, you know, one other thing we could consider actually at this point. Now that I know I have a an orbital station about to come in, but pretty soon we're going to have enough passive income from having a paradise world that we can reasonably restore ships and not have to do it through battle. I mean, restoration is not cheap, right? Like, we would use the majority of our funds to restore this Paragon. So it's not something I want to do right now, because it's not reasonable knowing that we're going to have a bunch of costs coming in, dealing with affording to defend against the mercenary fleet and then building up a new orbital habitat. But after we deal with Tri-Tach, this series is effectively done, but it would be reasonable to use our funds for restorations. But this is where I'm going to leave off, at least for today. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Homeworld, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow officers.